Good afternoon and welcome to KPMG Watford for the second of our Twitter Live sessions for the Hertfordshire Business Awards. My name is Sarah Scott Foster and I'm the event manager at Archant. And joining me in the room today we have Simon Hughes from Taylor Walton Solicitors,
Hello.
who's one of our judges and sponsors. We have Jenny Eyre from Quanta Consultancy Services, a previous winner from last year for Large Business of the Year, and also from headline sponsor KPMG, Mark Whitkin, who's one of our judges. So what we're going to be talking to you about today is the awards in a nutshell, and also focusing on our Large Business Awards category and our International Business Awards category. So the awards in a nutshell, the Hertfordshire Business Awards are 22 years old this year, so incredibly well established and well thought of in the local community. The awards have 15 core categories. There's something there for everybody that you can enter, and they range from new business, small business, medium and large, to international, business person, and obviously other individuals as well within businesses. We also have two non-directly entered categories, the Judges Award, which has a fantastic prize of £10,000 worth of advertising with Archant's core Hertfordshire newspaper titles and digital platforms, and we also have our Company of the Year winner, which is chosen from all of the winners and is the overall winner of the awards. The website is live for entries. We only have 2 weeks now until our entry deadline. heartsbusinessawards.co.uk is the address for you to download your entry pack. The entry pack is a Word document and you can save that to your desktop and work on it at your leisure. You are able to put in 2 pieces of supporting information to accompany each of the criterion within the entry packs. And you can enter up to 3 categories, but we'll need a separate nomination for each. Entry deadline is very strict, 5 p.m. on the 2nd of October, so please do ensure that your entries are with us by then. So a little bit about the benefits of entering our awards, the coverage that we give our finalists and winners. We shout about you if you're a finalist through our core Hertfordshire newspaper titles that you can see here on the screen. We also shout about you digitally to a much wider database. If you're a winner, we shout about you again. And if you're a winner, we come back and revisit you the following year to find out how you're getting on. So the promotion for your business doesn't just stop in the year that you win. So now I'd like to bring into the mix our judges. Simon, a question for you.
Yeah.
Why should large businesses, international businesses, think about entering a regional awards?
Well, I'd probably give you 3 main reasons. The first is simply that winning the award does give some external validation to the claims you make on your website about either being large or being international. The second is it's very good for morale. I think people within businesses, love to know that the business is a leading business and winning awards such as this. And the third, and maybe the most important actually, is recruitment and being able to show that within the Hertfordshire area you are operating as an international business and therefore access that talent pool that might otherwise be tempted to go into places like London to seek fame and fortune.
Fantastic. And what would you look for at the paper exercise of the judging process?
Well, I think to include as much information into the bullet point form as possible so that we can go on to investigate in more detail when we go and do the visits. So again, three elements. One is future strategy involving more than just an incidental element, certainly in my category, of operating internationally. Mm-hmm. Secondly, some evidence and validation about what's been going on historically. So when did you first start thinking about going international, and do you have evidence, financials that show that you've been growing? And thirdly, I think that we want to explore a little bit about the challenges that you're facing and the challenges you feel you need to address specifically in the international context.
Fantastic. And Mark, to bring you into the mix here, what can our businesses expect when our judges visit? Because we have the two sides to our judging process. So what can they expect when the judges come out to see them at their place of business?
So the judging visits last an hour each, and at that time you'll get two business professionals coming to see you, and that's a great opportunity to kind of bring the story to life about your business. You know, you can't tell everything, you can't say everything you want to say in the written submission. For me, I think some of the things that really help are things like testimonials from customers, from employees, and if it's appropriate, don't feel afraid to take the judges around your offices, around your sites, and bring in wider members of the team. You know, sometimes it's great to have that word from, you know, the staff rather than the people at the top of the business, so that they can back up what the bosses are saying.
Sure. And Jenny, you've been through the judging process. How did you find it last year? And just tell people that might be watching what they can expect from the other side.
So I think the judges visit, I mean, when you're used to entering awards, it's quite often just filling in a piece of paper, sending it off, and 3 months later you find out whether or not you've been successful. And I think this is where these awards are really quite different, because the judges visit really allows you to bring your story to life. So what you can write down in 500 words can be much better said in an hour meeting everybody in the team. So I think it's a really useful opportunity to get people into the offices, meet key members of the team. That was a fantastic opportunity for us last year, to actually have people from the business talk about their experiences and how, you know, we've managed to support them in their careers and progress within the business. And really it's just a chance to actually look at what you've done, look back on the achievements. I think so often we really focus on what's coming up in the future, anything like that, but actually we can look back, we can bring up our plans, we can talk through them, and I think it is just bringing that story to life is really, really helpful.
Fantastic. And Quanta Consultancy Services won our Large Business of the Year category in 2017. What would you say to businesses that have looked at entering an awards and just felt that it was too overwhelming or too much work? What would you say to those businesses?
I think awards play a really important part in our strategy at Quanta, and especially a real variety of awards. We don't really have one main style of award that we like to enter, and I think regional awards play a really important role in that. And I think that they are a great opportunity. There's so many benefits, like Simon's already said. Not only can you really raise your brand as an organisation within Hertfordshire and nationally as well, we use it for national PR. You can also really get people engaged with your business, make them actually realise that working locally is an option, that you don't just have to commute into London every day, that there are actually some fantastic opportunities to work for a global organisation really on your doorstep and be able to travel and get the same opportunities you would working for a massive organisation in London. And I think finally, staff morale is fantastic. Everyone loves to win. We are winners. And I think being able to celebrate as a team and really get that success and get everybody really excited and motivated. Who doesn't want to work for an award-winning company? It's great.
Fantastic. I think just to add to that, what I love most about the awards night itself is when we see our finalists walk through the door, their heads are held so high because they are so proud of what they as staff of a company have achieved, and obviously the top staff, managing directors, are so proud of what everybody within their business has achieved. So it's a wonderful, wonderful evening to celebrate innovation and best practice within Hertfordshire. Okay, so we're going to go to some questions from our viewers today. So first of all, we have, how do we submit an entry? So I mentioned earlier that you download a Word document from the website. We need 2 copies of your nomination. During the judging process, you have 2 judges that will come out and visit you. And should you make the final stages, they will each need a copy of that nomination. Now, if you are sending them in by post, send 2 copies. However, if you are emailing them to us, then please just send 1. You don't need to duplicate it on an email. So you can send them in via post, you can hand deliver them to our office, or you can email them directly to our team. And we will endeavour to let you know as soon as that entry has arrived. Okay, any more questions? Thank you very much. We are a large business. Why would we enter regional awards? Well, we have touched on that already. It's great for recruitment, but I'm going to bring Jenny back in here. Jenny, what would you say to that question?
Yeah, I think it's quite easy to focus on the national awards, and whilst the national awards are great, what we actually tend to use them for is for more specific areas of the business. And I think on the local and regional side of it, it is really important to kind of raise your profile, especially if you're not working directly in the local area and you may not have that reach that you may get from other businesses. So I think definitely for us, we have really ambitious growth plans. We want to continue to grow the team. We're constantly recruiting, and using local regional awards are a great way of really boosting your brand, especially in the area where there may not necessarily be that awareness of us. So I think definitely don't neglect this kind of side of awards, because it is a really good way to kind of get people aware of you and really raise your profile.
Yeah, and an interesting fact, we got obtained some stats from the Hertfordshire LEP, and there are over 250 large businesses operating within Hertfordshire. So there are fantastic companies out there who could be raising their profile locally by entering the Hertfordshire Business Awards. So any other questions? Nope, that's it. Okay, fantastic. Well, if you do have a question, please do contact the events team and we will try and help you as best as we can. That's it from us at the wonderful KPMG in Watford. Thank you to my speakers today, Simon, Jenny and Mark, and hopefully we shall see you in the awards.